They're pointing towards a pretty big boost in terms of India and Russia's defense cooperation. This is now what is being speculated, that India could well become the first foreign nation to purchase Russia's most advanced S-500 anti-missile defense system. The Russian Deputy Prime Minister Yury Borisov shared this bit of information in his latest interview. He said, beyond a doubt, once we deliver this system to our own troops, India will be on top of the list of nations who can get this missile defense system if it expresses a desire to do so. Now, this, of course, has come as Russia has started the delivery of the S-400 air defense missile systems to India. Remember, the Russian President Vladimir Putin was in India earlier this month. Putin held the 21st India-Russia annual summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And in the month of July, Russia's defense ministry had announced a successful test launch of the S-500 missile defense system. This is also known as the Triumph Fighter, and it is set to replace the S-400 Triumph surface-to-air missile system. According to some reports, the S-500 is one of the most capable missile defense systems in the world. And what is being talked about is that this missile defense system can actually take down targets that are even in outer space. And it can strike all existing and future aerospace attack weapons at altitudes and speeds at an altitude of over 600 kilometers. Now, Russia has in fact been training specialists to operate the S-500 missile system since 2017. This cutting-edge piece of military hardware can intercept an array of aerial threats up to a range of over 600 kilometers. And analysts claim that it can even target satellites that are circling around the Earth in low Earth orbits. The S-400 deal has been a major annoyance in the India-US ties. After the deal was signed, America has threatened sanctions under the Countering of America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act. The United States, however, has not made a final decision on whether to go ahead with the CAATSA sanctions or to give India a waiver. The US federal law aims to counter aggressions by Russia, Iran and North Korea. Cooperation in the field of defense constitutes the most important feature of the Indo-Russian bilateral ties. There are a number of other defense contracts that are already under implementation, and India has been the largest Russian arms importer, and the two countries have recently also inked a deal to supply over 500,000 AK-203 assault rifles, which will be produced in India. And WION's principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibil has been tracking this story very closely for us, and he sent us this report. Take a look.
In a major development, the Russians have said that India could be the first buyer of the S-500 missile defense system, the air defense system. In fact, this is something which is latest advanced technology when it comes to the Russian air defense missile system. India, of course, is already getting the S-400 air defense system. This was a pact signed in the year 2018. Largely, if we look at what can happen, the geopolitics of this entire development, we know that the Russians and the Indians having defense cooperation is something that hasn't gone down well with Washington. And the big question as of now is that will CAATSA sanctions come into effect if India buys the S-500 air defense system? With video journalist Kapil Siddhant Sibil for WION in New Delhi.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.